Okay. All right. So, welcome to Clearing a Space with me and Liz. Liz has very kindly volunteered to do some more demos with me. And what I'm going to try and do with Liz is clearing a space. And so, clearing a space is when you go inside. And I'm going to ask Liz, what's in the way of feeling all okay right now? And Liz is just going to sense in and just kind of start to feel the edge of something, the beginnings of something that's there. Find just a few handles. And then I'm going to ask Liz if she can put that outside. So what Liz is going to do in putting this something outside, she's going to check in with the something about where's a good place. So it's a team effort between her and her something. It's like, does it need to go on next to her? Does it need to go in the chair under her? Some people sometimes have a little shelf around their faces, right at eye level, so their things can be nice and close. Sometimes people have somethings where their somethings ends up in the kind of crook of their arm, where they just cradle them. So we don't know where the somethings are going to want to go. If Liz's something doesn't want to go outside, because sometimes they don't, then we're just going to ask, can this something go to her periphery? Whatever that means to the something. And if that's not possible, then I'm going to ask Liz if we can just breathe between her and it, even if it's just a few molecules. And we'll try that. And if that's not possible, because sometimes these somethings get kind of quite clingy, you know, they've been acknowledged and they don't want any space between you and it, then that's fine too. What we'll do is I'm going to ask Liz if she can just find a way to acknowledge it, say hello to it, and then even if it can't move, just to let it go from her awareness so she can ask for the next thing. So we're going to do that 3 times. And then after 3 times, I'm going to ask Liz, what's the background feeling with these 3 somethings acknowledged or placed outside? What's the wallpaper that she lives with that she may not even be aware of? And we'll see if something comes there. Make that into a something and clear a space with that too. And then just see how Liz is with all those somethings acknowledged or placed outside. What's here? So we'll see how how we go with that. So Liz, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just guide you in if that's okay. So does that sound okay?
I'd like that.
Okay. So just turning your attention in, closing your eyes or looking down. Just kind of breathing there. Maybe just feeling the weight of your body on the chair. And your feet on the floor. And then just letting your awareness come down into your throat and your chest and your belly. Just in its own way, coming down into your core. Just kind of noticing the weather inside. With your attention there, just asking the question, what stands between me and feeling all okay right now? No pressure to that question. We're just kind of keeping that question company.
I'm just noticing a block in my throat.
Mm.
Something came there.
Mm. So there's like a block in your throat there. Mm. So just wondering the quality of that block. What's that block like?
It's quite tight.
Mm.
A word comes, caution.
Mm. Mm.
Be cautious.
Mm. So there's a tight there.
Mm.
Right, and the word that comes is caution. Cautious. Mm. Just as I say that back, how is that for that place? Tight and caution.
It's like my body's on alert.
Mm.
I sort of felt this movement forward and then backwards. It's like very unusual sense of something unknown. I think this is something, a warning to be cautious about or something. That is. That brought a big breath. Naming it was helpful.
Right, right. So there's a something here about caution, being on alert, and something unknown. So that whole thing, let's see that whole something, that whole being on alert. Does that feel okay to put that outside you, beside you? Let's just check. Is that okay for that something?
Okay to put it outside of me, but for some reason not too far away. I just need to place it here by my left shoulder for the moment. I'm just saying it's okay to be placed there because it realizes that I'm still aware of it. Excuse me.
Right, that it's still it's okay to be outside because it knows you're still aware of it and it's not too far away.
Mm-hmm. It knows that I'm still aware of it. Yeah.
Right, right.
My voice.
And it's kind of there on your left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just with it there on your left, let's take a breath there. Just with your awareness kind of back in your throat and chest and belly. With that kind of caution and being on alert on your left. Now what stands between you and feeling all okay?
There's a jitteriness right here in front of my chest, sort of jittery.
You can really sense that there's a jittery there, like right in front of your chest.
Something very unfamiliar. It's like surprised me. Jittery. What sort of jittery? Now I get an image of those poles that children can jump on that go up and down in the gym.
Oh, like a pogo stick.
A pogo stick, exactly. And it's going very fast. Okay.
So what's that like, having a pogo stick going very fast there?
It's like an adrenaline rush. It's like, what's the rush? It's like a part of me is, yeah, is on, is yeah, not agitated. I think excited. Actually, there's a sense of excitement now. Pogo stickers pass, and yes, it's like excitement, movement, in a very pleasant way. This is exciting. There's something something exciting happening, and my whole body wants to move and say welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Cool. So it's exciting, there's movement, and your whole body wants to move. A big smile. So that exciting and that movement, let's just see if there's a place that can go. Where would feel right for that?
Again, it's saying, don't place me too far away. So I'm going to put it here on my right side, just sort of between my shoulder and sort of the right side of the level of the solar plexus is the excitement.
Right, and we don't want that too far away.
That's right.
There it is on the right, just at the solar plexus level. The kind of alerts on the left.
Yeah.
Right. Those both, and that's close too. And if it feels okay, just to take another breath to come back to your throat and chest and belly. And with the excitement on the right and the alert on the left, let's just check in now with those close by. Now, what stands in the way of you feeling all okay?
Now my bunny with the tiara behind me wants to be acknowledged. So much for removing it. Okay, I'm acknowledging Miffy. I'm acknowledging her. I love the tiara. Yeah. Yeah, the little girl in me is excited. But we'll just acknowledging all these different aspects and just be with that. And she's already placed herself over here.
She knew where to go.
Exactly. She says, like, no nonsense.
No nonsense.
She's so happy to be a part of this.
Right, so we have the alertness to the left at your shoulder. We have her on your left too, the little in front. She knows exactly where to go. She's here too, included. And then there's the excitement on the right near your solar plexus level. Okay, so with all of those, keeping company with all of those, let's just take a breath if that feels okay. Just kind of checking back inside. And just noticing there, is there like a wallpaper or like a background feeling that's kind of one of those things you live with all the time and you wouldn't really normally notice because there'd be other more noisy things about?
Checking. I think the wallpaper is a sense of restlessness.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Restlessness, like I'm forever seeking ways to self-improve and develop my knowledge and understanding, and it's very tiring.
Right, right.
And it's so familiar. It's only now that you ask me for my wallpaper that restlessness is stamped loud and clear.
Mm. So there's a restlessness there that's like a constant wanting to self-improve, and it's also really tiring and familiar and tiring and restless.
And so familiar that I ignore it.
Mm.
It's like, it's not, oh, there you go again. It's like, oh, thanks for the reminder.
Right. Mm. Mm. Right, so the whole thing about that familiar restlessness. Let's just see if there's a place for that whole thing.
Oh, I just want to put it as far away as possible. Don't interfere with the bunny or the excitement. It's just like, had enough. You can spend time out there.
How far away?
Oh, a few meters away from me.
Right, you can go right over there. I've had enough. I need a break.
That's right.
Right.
And I was happy to move, which was nice. I got like a purple flash as it moved. It's like, okay.
Right, and there was a big breath as well that came with it, like a relief or something. Mm. Mm. So Liz, with the alert to the left, the little girl to the left and a little in front, and the excitement to your right at your solar plexus level, and this restlessness right over there, a few meters away, let's just check in again. What's the experience? If you check into your core there, what's that like with all these kind of somethings outside?
There's still something in the back of my throat.
Mm, mm, mm. What's your sense of that?
Everything goes very dark in front of my.
Something at the back of your throat there brings this darkness in front. Yeah, I can see that, Liz. What are you noticing about that something at the back of your throat?
It's asking for permission. I don't know what sort of permission.
It's asking for permission. It's asking you for permission. Mm.
Something about permission.
There's a whole something about permission which brings a darkness in front. Is that right? What's the kind of quality or the atmosphere, the tone of it?
It's moving. It was black like a screen once you turn off the computer, but now this is movement. I'm just checking with my throat.
A movement to it.
Now I'm getting a lot of heat in my hands.
Mm. Mm.
They're just resting on my thigh.
There's a heat, it brings a heat. Mm.
And now the restlessness has popped in saying, get a move on. Okay, you can stay over there.
So yeah, you stay over there.
Okay, just being with all that.
Yeah. So there's a whole something arising here,
Mm.
kind of starting to move and engage already. But let's just see if it's okay. It may not be, and that's fine too. With this whole something about permission that brings this movement and brings this heat. This whole thing, is there a way we can put that outside or have it at your periphery, or does it just need acknowledging? Let's just see.
It needs an acknowledging and the gesture that's coming towards my heart.
Mm.
And that almost brought tears.
Mm. Mm. So this isn't a something to be put outside. It's to be acknowledged and brought into your heart.
Yeah.
There's something very moving about that.
That brought a big breath. The words that are coming is self-love is okay. It's okay to be present for myself.
All right, self-love is okay. And it's okay to be present for yourself.
And the warmth of my hands is now on my heart area. And now I'm getting lovely flashes of golden light.
Beautiful. You can see and feel the radiance in you too. But self-love is okay.
It feels like such a new concept for how I live. This is like a huge gift.
This is new. It's like a huge gift, and there's this. It's a whole new concept or something like that. It's such a gift. Just really making all the space that needs, giving it all the space that needs.
Yes, my hands want to stay here tonight. Okay. And I'm just acknowledging the aspects of me that I put aside and just said, thank you for coming. But this is what I need right now.
This is what you need right now. And just checking as you're with it and really giving space to it, the things that you put outside, is that something, are you drawn to any of them, or are they drawn to you? And it may just be a time to be with this and not check in with those somethings. Let's just see what feels right.
I'm just connecting with them mentally. It's like, we can hold the space with you. It's okay.
Yes. But this new concept of self-love is okay. Loving myself is okay.
and very new.
Right.
Very, very new. It's something intellectually one knows and hears, but actually experiencing the energy is very new.
Very new. And it brings like a gold inside.
Yeah, now I see a lovely baby pink.
Mm. Mm.
It's as if I'm cradling something new.
Mm. 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 So Liz, we're going to come to a stop in a minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
So this will continue. The beautiful thing about focusing is it kind of continues. So maybe just seeing if there's anything just before we come to a close here, anything that needs to come.
I feel very protected by the aspects that I put outside. I feel that we're a team now, and the restlessness is still over there, and I'm not needed.
Mm.
And I got purple, lots of purple.
Beautiful. Mm. Mm. You're a team.
I have a team.
You have a team.
And I just say thank you to the team. Thank you very much. And yeah, ready to change the wallpaper. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.